On the evening of January 29, 2025, a tragic mid-air collision occurred near Washington, D.C., involving an American Airlines Bombardier CRJ-700, operating as Flight 5342, and a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter. The collision led to the loss of all 67 individuals aboard both aircraft, Flight 5342 and the Black Hawk helicopter. Flight 5342, a passenger jet arriving from Wichita, Kansas, was in its final approach to Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. Meanwhile, the Black Hawk helicopter, which was conducting a routine training mission from Davison Army Airfield in Virginia, was operating near the same airspace. The collision occurred over the Potomac River, just half a mile away from the airport's runway 33, marking one of the deadliest incidents in recent U.S. aviation history. The passengers on Flight 5342 included a group of young figure skaters, along with their coaches, who had been attending a skating camp in Wichita. The collision shocked the local skating community, leading to emotional gatherings to mourn the tragic loss. As emergency responders worked tirelessly to recover the victims, the emotional toll was felt far beyond the crash site, impacting families and friends of those aboard both aircraft. Emergency response teams, including the U.S. Coast Guard, local fire and rescue units, and federal agencies, were swiftly dispatched to the crash site. However, the recovery efforts were hindered by adverse weather conditions, including strong winds and cold temperatures. As of yesterday, 67 victims had been recovered and identified, with ongoing efforts to locate the remaining individuals. The investigation begins. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, in partnership with the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, and the U.S. Army, initiated an in-depth investigation into the cause of the collision. Preliminary findings suggest the incident occurred at an altitude of approximately 325 feet. This is notable because Reagan National Airport regulations require helicopters to maintain an altitude of 200 feet or lower when operating in this airspace. The investigation also revealed that a single air traffic controller was managing both aircraft, a practice that was considered unusual and problematic for that time of day. Implications for aviation safety. This mid-air collision represents the deadliest U.S. air disaster since 2001. Prompting an extensive review of aviation safety protocols. Investigators are focusing on several key areas, such as altitude discrepancies, air traffic control procedures, and the actions of the pilots involved. There is also a heightened emphasis on how air traffic controllers manage aircraft in busy airspaces. The NTSB has committed to releasing regular updates as new information emerges from the investigation. Our thoughts and condolences go out to the families and friends affected by this heartbreaking event. The emotional and psychological impact on those who lost loved ones in this crash is immense, and it will take time for the community to heal. However, the ongoing investigation into the crash will hopefully bring clarity and ensure that the necessary changes are made to prevent such incidents in the future. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.